Hello everyone, welcome to our security update where we frequently address the latest security issues in Africa. Here are the notable stories making headlines this week. ATMIS begins phase 2 of withdrawal troops from Somalia. Somalia's Galmudug State President Safari Susan Humbly. Sudanese General Burhan seeks a strategic alliance with President Museveni amidst Khartoum's ongoing conflict. Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso ink Sahel Security Pact. Welcome to the program. The African Union Transition Mission in Somalia has kicked off the second phase of troop drawdown from Somalia that follows the United Nations Security Council resolutions which mandates ATMIS to draw down 2,000 soldiers by June 2023 and a further 3,000 by the end of September 2023. The African Union Transition Mission in Somalia has kicked off the second phase of troop drawdown from Somalia that follows the United Nations Security Council resolutions 2628/2022 and 2670/2022 and 2687 in 2023, which mandates ATMIS to draw down 2,000 soldiers by June 2023 and a further 3,000 by the end of September 2023.
Witnessed developments on the battlefield where Somali security forces have provided the increasing capabilities. We have seen the forces attack, social and hold ground. This is a strong signal to the terrorist groups that the days of terror are numbered.
The successful first phase of the drawdown saw the exit of 2,000 military troops and the handover of 6 forward operating bases in June 2023. However, the federal government of Somalia previously clarified its unwavering commitment to take the responsibility to ensure the security and stability. ATMIS officially said the transfer of security responsibility was a testament to Somalia's leadership in rebuilding the country, protecting the population, and ensuring security and stability. They also acknowledged developments on the battlefield where Somalia's security forces have demonstrated their increasing capability to secure the country and added that professionally trained and well-equipped Somalia security forces are game changers in the fight against terrorism in Somalia. The African Union Peace and Security Council has warned that Al-Shabaab may take advantage of the expected withdrawal of 3,000 ATMIS forces unless it is done equitably following the commencement of ATMIS' second phase to withdraw troops from Somalia.
On a similar development, the African Union Peace and Security Council has warned that Al-Shabaab may take advantage of the expected withdrawal of 3,000 ATMIS forces unless it is done equitably following the commencement of ATMIS' second phase to withdraw troops from Somalia. The 15-member council, which endorsed the withdrawal of an additional 3,000 ATMIS troops without any condition by 30 September 2023, said the pullout must be done equitably to prevent any security gap. It also emphasized that the withdrawal of troops is undertaken in a manner that does not leave ATMIS vulnerable to attacks and that all efforts are directed toward enhanced ATMIS force protection during and following the withdrawal, as well as protection of the population within ATMIS area of operations. The statement came a day after Somalia National Army intensified its operations against Al-Shabaab. However, the African Union Transmission Mission in Somalia, ATMIS, is expected to fully exit Somalia in December 2024.
Kani waa Premier Wallet. Lacag ugu dir saaxiibkaaga. Ugu adeego meel kasta. Ku bixi biilasha. U dir hana lagaaga soo diro meel walba. Ka maamulo akoonkaaga iyo kaarkaaga Premier Bank. La soo deg maanta oo ku maaree kuna horumari noloshaada dhaqaale. Premier Wallet.
The president of Galmudug State in Somalia, Ahmed Kariye Qorqor, emerged unscathed from a harrowing incident wherein a car laden with explosives detonated in a central Somalia village. This attack, as reported by regional security agencies, left 2 federal lawmakers injured, highlighting the ongoing security challenges in the region. The president of Galmudug State in Somalia, Ahmed Kariye Qorqor, emerged unscathed from a harrowing incident wherein a car laden with explosives detonated in a central Somalia village on Friday. This attack, as reported by regional security agencies, left 2 federal lawmakers injured, highlighting the ongoing security challenges in the region. The incident unfolded in the village of Lasgami in the Mudug region. Government officials, including President Ahmed Karia Qorqor, were present in the area when the explosion occurred. However, officials said the swift response of security agencies prevented further harm and loss of life. Local authorities have confirmed that the car detonated approximately 300 meters from the guest house where the president and his entourage were accommodated. 3 government soldiers lost their lives in the blast, and numerous others, including the aforementioned lawmakers, sustained injuries. The 2 federal lawmakers targeted in the attack had traveled to the village with a noble mission of boosting the morale of government troops. It is worth noting that the Lasgami had recently been liberated from the control of Al-Shabaab.
In a coordinated military operation, the Somali National Army, in collaboration with local forces, successfully executed a strategic maneuver in the Qod area of the Mudug region. This operation resulted in the elimination of a significant number of Al-Shabaab fighters and the complete restoration of government control over the area.
In a coordinated military operation, the Somali National Army, in collaboration with local forces, successfully executed a strategic maneuver in the Qod area of the Mudug region. This operation resulted in the elimination of a significant number of Al-Shabaab fighters and the complete restoration of government control over the area. Qod, situated near Amara town in the Mudug region, had long been a pivotal and strategic stronghold for Al-Shabaab militants. Officials said this operation marks a substantial victory for the Somali National Army and local forces, further denting the capabilities of Al-Shabaab in the south and central regions of Somalia. The federal government's commitment to eradicating the threat posed by Al-Shabaab remains steadfast, as evidenced by the recent launch of the second phase of anti-Al-Shabaab operations in central Somalia. President Hassan Sheikh, during an extensive tour of the front lines that spanned several weeks, reaffirming the government's unwavering determination to pursue this mission relentlessly, and said the campaign against Al-Shabaab will persist until the group is eradicated entirely from all corners of the nation.
In the midst of escalating violence in Sudanese capital Khartoum, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, the de facto leader of Sudan, embarked on a diplomatic mission of utmost significance, raising questions about potential military support and the backdrop of Uganda's past involvement in regional conflicts. But we will be back after the short break.
Making documentaries is one of the most creative, craft and challenging endeavors you can be involved in. It is an effective strategy to inform, persuade, educate, defend the perspective and shed light on various issues, policies and activities. At CBA TV, documentary production is our forte. We capture every TikTok detail of events in highest resolution to tell the story you care about, from politics to human angle, research-based content, educative and informative. We also help you project your story in a dynamic perspective that attracts the world views of the target audience, as there is no better or more powerful way to place the organization's values and achievements than to make an excellent documentary film. No doubt, our strength lies in these ventures, and we pride in many award-winning documentaries which have been earning accolades across Africa and beyond. Let's tell your story.
In the midst of escalating violence in Sudanese capital Khartoum, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, the de facto leader of Sudan, embarked on a diplomatic mission of utmost significance, raising questions about potential military support and the backdrop of Uganda's past involvement in regional conflicts.
Beneath the surface of General Burhan's visit lies a crucial consideration: military support. As the head of Sudan's Transitional Military Council, General Burhan confronts a complex and volatile situation in Khartoum, with the paramilitary Rapid Support Force (RSF) led by General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, commonly known as Hamse, playing a prominent role. Speculations abound that General Burhan may seek assistance from President Museveni, a seasoned military leader to counter the influence and actions of the RSF. President Museveni has a history of involvement in regional conflicts, which raises questions about his potential role in Sudan's crisis. Uganda has been accused of providing military backing to various factions in neighboring countries such as Democratic Republic of Congo and South Sudan. This meeting between General Burhan and President Museveni underscores the potential for Uganda to become a key player in Sudan's conflict. General Burhan's visit to Uganda is likely driven by geopolitical considerations, seeking to secure allies who can influence the outcome of the conflict in Sudan. Understanding the complex web of alliances in the region is essential. Sudan's conflicts involves various internal factions, regional interests, and international stakeholders. General Burhan's discussions with President Museveni add another layer of complexity to this web, with potential implications for Sudan's internal dynamics and regional stability. While the true nature of their discussions remains veiled, the possibility of military support and Uganda's history of regional involvement add. Sudan's internal strife has the potential to disrupt regional stability, making it a matter of concern for neighboring countries.
As the United Nations mission in Mali withdraws from the country's north, tensions between the Malian army and Tuareg rebels have resurfaced, and insurgents' attacks have intensified as the country struggles with internal peace.
Local media reports on Sunday stated that some important government buildings in Khartoum were damaged after violent confrontations between the Sudanese army and the Rapid Support Forces (RSF), without offering more information on the casualties. Social media images show smoke billowing from the buildings of the Justice Ministry and the Sudanese Standards and Metrology Organization, linked with the Prime Minister's office and the Nile oil firm, all of which were damaged in the capital. As the fighting approached its 6th month, clashes between the army and the RSF became more intense in central areas in Khartoum, which housed government offices, banks, and universities. On Saturday, the RSF attacked the Army General Command in the city, the Signal Corps in Bahri, and the Corps of Engineers headquarters in Omdurman, according to local media sources. The army claimed to have repelled RSF raids while inflicting severe casualties on enemy forces, killing and wounding dozens of them. In contrast, the RSF blamed the army for the strikes, stating that military aircraft deliberately bombed and destroyed Khartoum's infrastructure and living areas. Since April, more than 3,000 civilians have been killed and others have been injured in violent confrontations in the war-torn country. Several ceasefire agreements arranged by Saudi and U.S. mediators have failed to bring the carnage to a stop. Kamil Sadiq, CBA TV.
Niger and Burkina Faso have reached an agreement to protect each other in case of internal attack or external attack, especially from the regional ECOWAS bloc of the coup in Niamey. ECOWAS had threatened to use force to expel the junta in Niger of the President Mohamed Bazoum was kicked out of office in a highly condemned coup.
3 West African Sahel states ruled by military juntas, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, signed a security treaty committing to come to each other's help in the event of a rebellion or external assaults. The 3 nations are battling extremist insurgency affiliated to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State, and their relations with neighbors and international partners have been strained as a result of the military takeovers. The military overthrow in Niger has widened the division between the 3 countries and the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, which has threatened to use force to restore constitutional governance in the country. Mali and Burkina Faso have pledged to assist Niger if it is attacked by ECOWAS. The Charter of the Pact, known as Alliance of Sahel States, states that any attack on the sovereignty and territorial integrity of one or more contracted parties will be considered an aggression against the other parties. Commenting on the pact on his ex-social media, Mali junta leader Assimi Goïta said, quote, "I have today signed with the heads of state of Burkina Faso and Niger the Liptako-Guma Charter establishing the alliance of Sahel states with the aim of establishing a collective defense and mutual assistance framework. Recall that the West African bloc, ECOWAS, recently said it has activated its standby force to evict the coup plotters in Niger from the presidential palace and return Mohamed Bazoum, who has been detained since his overthrow on July 26. The ECOWAS military chiefs, in a summit in Ghana, also said they had agreed on an unannounced day to move against the coup plotters. Kamel Sadiq, CBA TV.
And with that story of the Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso reached an agreement to protect each other in case of internal or external attacks, especially from the regional ECOWAS bloc under the coup in Niamey. We'll wrap up our program for this time. Thank you for watching. My name is Hamse Daabjeerin.